Growing up, I was not affiliated with a church. I have never participated in a Bible study in a home. So I didn't hear the gospel whenever I was younger in church as it's taught in a small group or in fellowship. I think we signed up for Discover the day that we came to fellowship. To be completely honest, it was my wife. She wanted more scripture in her life, and I was like, okay, I'll follow along. The feeling of going to someone's house for the first time was somewhat nerve-wracking because you're going into a complete stranger's house with other complete strangers. We're all learning together, and we get to bounce things off each other and ask questions. And hearing each one's story, because every single story is 100% different than another person's. Hearing the gospel here, it's a little bit better with understanding as it's laid out with real-world experiences. It's not just being told something, you're also being given examples of how things have been done. Each week, it just seemed a little bit clearer and clearer, and it gets better and better the more I learn and the more I understand. In small group, I got to meet an individual named Brian Johnson, and he expressed about these mission trips that he has been going on. And it was on the Amazon, and he got to tell his story about that for a little bit, and it was very intriguing to me. I was highly intrigued. And so he was like, well, I got this free trip, Justin, if you want to go, it's yours. and I just look at him, I'm like, what? And then I was like, okay, well, I kind of need to square some things out. And then we talked a little bit, and he says, let's meet up later on. I think about a week later, I was all 100% all in. I've never seen any type of scenery or village life or like people the way they live like they are. All I wanted to do was help. And they wanted to hear what we had to say about Jesus and God. And that was really, really neat because they're just as curious as I am. Brian was talking amongst one of his friends, Bart, because Bart wanted to have his kids baptized. But whenever I heard them talking about it, I was like, hey, Brian. And then he turned around and I gave him a smile. And then he just had this huge smile on his face and gave me a huge thumbs up too. And I was just like, yeah, it's time to get baptized. Why not get baptized there? I had a sense of being open and having my ears open to hear the gospel and allowing it to come in and speak to me and doing what he is asking me to do amongst, not just in that village, but amongst my community at home.